say, like Stan say, turn up the volume. This ain't your regular show. This ain't left wing or right wing. This ain't black or white. We in another dimension now. Where the Moors unite, where supreme knowledge meets overstanding, where facts get tested and pseudo get exposed live on the air. You got 5 attorneys, bring them 5 scholars, bring them 5 fake internet historians, bring them 2. If Sabir Bey wrong, then come embarrass him publicly. But if he right, you better prepare to unlearn everything they programmed in your mind. Sabir Bey, Sabir Bey, Sabir Bey, born and raised, Sabir Bey, born and raised, South Philadelphia, home of the raw truth, home of the cosmic lectures, home of the debates that shape timelines. This is DJ Derek on the ones and twos, showing you where the knowledge lets us groove, where ancient frequencies meet futuristic facts, where consciousness rides baselines through the galaxy. One nation under a groove, Moors, one nation under a groove. So tune in, lock in, tap in to the Sabir Bey Show, where we give you the news, but it's really all about you. Ain't no sleeping in this dimension, only elevation, liberation, revelation. Welcome to the Sabir Bey Show. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn the knowledge up. Roll with it.
What up? All right, y'all. So we're gonna run through this. Come on, smash that like button. And where are we tuning in from? I'm gonna work on keep giving y'all content on top of content on top of content. What up, TikTok? What's good? So, do me a favor and fact check everything that I'm talking about. Okay. So please, let's have some fun. I'm gonna put the link up here so anybody wants to jump on the feed. And don't get mad at me, because if you come on this feed and you think you want to go head to head with me with some crazy, don't do that. Just I don't mind you coming on the feed, people. I really don't. But don't try to challenge me with no facts, okay? Don't try to challenge me with no facts. And don't talk about your phone was underneath the water, and we don't want to hear none of that. All right, so I see everybody coming on TikTok. What up? So I got to do this real quick. I want everybody to come into the feed, and I'm going to introduce some people who don't know who Martin Delany is, and some people that don't know what the Green Book is, because it's a reason why y'all don't know about these things. So what I'm going to do, damn, where's my book at? And give me 1 second. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Fill it in. Fill it in. Fill it in. We're killing time. Let's go. Oh, where is my Green Book at? Just had it in my hand. All right. Well, anyway, we're going to work it out. This is what happens. So, here it is. I found it. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring up some facts, because this is what we do on this show. We deal with facts. Facts. All right. So if you're not familiar, get familiar. Let's get this popping. But we have a public announcement real quick. Shout out to KRS-One. Shout out to everybody in the Temple Hip Hop. Shout out to the Temple of Hip Hop. Shout out to everybody who celebrated Hip Hop Appreciation Week. But KRS-One got something going on, y'all. While we doing this, smash the like button, hit the support button. KRS-One got something going down on June the 3rd. He's still overseas. The most consistent hip hop artist ever. And if you never read the book, if you didn't get your book, he gave it to me about a month ago. If you never read my philosophy book, he gave me my philosophy book right here. This is my copy of my philosophy. You get it? Hold up. Did I turn it the right way? Yeah. The book is called My Philosophy. This is the drive he gave me. KRS-One. So, get ready. It's going down, baby. Hit that, smash that like button. Come on the feed. Oh, what's up, homie? And let's have some fun.
Behind a desk, Gloria.
Battery 60%. iPad 107.
Hold up.
1, 2.
Hold up. We got to get it together, yo.
People. Bob behind a desk. Gloria at reception. Just people are afraid of this type of black man. Always been afraid of this. I'm what is called a free man. I'm not a slave. I study, I have knowledge of myself and my environment. I'm not ashamed to say I'm a father. I love my kids. I'm a husband. I love my wife. I'm not on the corner looking for hoes. Nah. We teach in universities, and the next day we in the most thugged out club you can imagine. We got respect from the hood to Cornell West. Imprint people.
Let's go.
Bob behind a desk. Gloria at reception. Just people are afraid of this type of black man. Always been afraid of this. I'm what is called a free man. I'm not a slave. I study, I have knowledge of myself and my environment. I'm not ashamed to say I'm a father. I love my kids. I'm a husband. I love my wife. I'm not on the corner looking for hoes. Nah. We teach in universities, and the next day we in the most thugged out club you can imagine. We got respect from the hood to Cornell West in Princeton. What?
Let's go, y'all. We just warming up, yo. This is the warm up.
Back
Let's
to
go.
the class. Word up. Y'all know y'all going through chambers now. Check this out. Did you know that Ronald Reagan was a DJ and Napoleon in Egypt wrote graffiti? Did you know that history is just a replay and you affected by what you do and what we say? Did you know that history? Back to the class.
Did y'all know that Ronald Reagan was a DJ? Come on, y'all. Y'all don't get nothing like this on nobody's show. Do it again.
Back to the class.
We just warming up, y'all. Let's
Word
go.
up.
Don't go nowhere. Let's warm
Y'all
up.
know y'all going through chambers now. Check this out. Did you know that Ronald Reagan was a DJ and Napoleon in Egypt wrote graffiti? Did you know that history is just a replay and you affected by what you do and what we say? Did you know that history is just a memory and we are the present memories of future centuries? You gotta know your history, the what and the how, and be aware you making history right now. So since history is a record of past events, let's give the future something it can respect. Meta-historical. Yeah, listen, meta-historical. History is a record of past events. It tries to make sense of the past with past evidence. The life of a free man makes history in many ways, but history makes the life of a slave. History is an art, not a fact. And the historian, no matter how scholarly, is never exact. We are living in an omni event. Keep in mind, everybody's doing everything at the same time. The activity of the whole globe can never be recorded. Our linear vision is too distorted. We think in terms of A, then B, then C, then D, then so on. We say this began here, that ended there, so our conversations could have something to grow on. But in reality, the omni event has no beginning or end that you can detect. We make beginnings and endings in mass confusion so we can talk about the things we're doing. But this is all an illusion. We see reality according to the symbols we're using. Can words exist without letters? We
Symbols we're using. Pay attention. Share it out.
reality according to the symbols we're using. Can words exist without letters? Can birds fly without feathers? Who changes? We are the weather. These words are forever, so I'm calling these oratoricals meta-historical. Meta-historical. Beyond history. Look. Meta-historical, I got so much more for you. Hip-hop is a culture, rap's not all we do. When the teacher's calling you to higher order, you try to slaughter your own foundation. What's wrong with you? We got so much more to do. You order your history, history don't order you. Here's what we ought to do, I'm talking to you. Let's do this different from how these others do. History documents its society, the physical society, not what's inside of me. So my history will lie to me, cause it's based on physical space, not my psychology. I got a new philosophy. It's called hip-hop and it needs a new methodology. Now follow me. History documents what's physically there or what's physically here. But hip-hop is not here or there. It's not physical. Hip-hop is a shared idea. We all share it. From different dimensions, we all hear it. But hip-hop is all spirit. So let's get down with what the truth is. They're not recording hip-hop. They're recording what it produces. Winners and losers, CDs and tours. That's not hip-hop, that's rap music folklore. That's why these rappers are no more, cause they followed no principles, traditions, and no laws. That's why the future remembers me, KRS, rhyming for the century. Meta-historical. Meta-historical. The content of your skill, of your struggle, of your understanding of the inner city is what makes you hip-hop. Not whether you rap the dopest, not whether you can break, not whether you do graph. None of that makes you hip-hop. What makes you hip-hop is your shared participation in the struggle. Do you understand to your heart what it's like that when the cops go by, whoop, 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 do you go, oh, they're here to help me? Or do you go, yo, 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 put that away? Or you just get tense. You hear, whoop, whoop, you can be nothing. It's this shared feeling of oppression and pressure that you go through when you live in the inner city. That's hip hop.
So let me give a shout out to my brother Teray. And again, if you would like to join this conversation, stop this typing. You can come on the feed. So I'm gonna see if I can make this short. But I was on the phone with my brother Teray, and what he said to me was crazy. Like, we be bumping heads, we go back and forth. And I really wish, I know my brother Teray likes to, and this brother been around for a long time. He's been to a lot of countries in Africa. His father's from Africa. And we be having these conversations like since we was freaking kids, man. And him and I was having this conversation about countries and people, and Chinese people too. What she told me, which I didn't know, and I I knew something similar to it, but he was telling me how Chinese people, you can't indoctrinate a child in grade school, like real rap. You can't. They got to get it to when they 18 years old or something like that. I think he said middle school or something like that. And as I'm talking to him on the phone, I'm listening to him, and I'm like, you Negroes let your child get indoctrinated every single day in the United States. Is an indoctrination, right? Right, straight up. And I'm sitting on the phone with him, and you can look it up for yourself. They don't play that indoctrination, big. And I looked at our people, and it's weird because even now, tomorrow, a lot of y'all get ready to celebrate a Memorial Day. Y'all probably don't even know why you celebrate. I just got a day off. But the weird part is, as I'm sitting on the phone with him, we're going back and forth about China and Chinese. Y'all don't even know about Chinese history. Y'all know about China? How they got high off of opium and they killed everybody in China that was high off of opium. Yo, they're world power, G. Oh, they got nukes too. So I'm sitting back. And the wild part about our people is that we will justify the craziest things ever just to justify celebrating a holiday or talk about, well, we got to put our kids in school. Yeah, you got to put them in to get them dumbed down more and more and indoctrinated more and more. And then when you want to know why we have the problems that we have, right? Go look up China. They even take rest in school. So he's telling me this story about China and how you can't indoctrinate the children in China. Now, some of y'all say, well, I don't agree with everything China's doing, but I don't agree with a lot of stuff that they're doing here in the United States. And please don't tell me I should leave here because the only people that's foreigners on this land is white people, okay? You Europeans, the ones that y'all scared to fight. But as I'm going back and forth with Teray, he's telling me about China and the history of China. Even with TikTok, you know, they ain't even allowed to have like TikTok over there having that garbage that y'all have on TikTok because you know it's garbage on TikTok. It's garbage on TikTok. And I'm on TikTok right now, but I'm using every avenue to educate the masses of the people. And that's why I'm on TikTok. So I sat back and I'm sitting here like, damn, you allowing them to educate your child? And you say it's the name of it, brother, because we're in the United States. That's where we're in the United States. So what? So, but let me tell you something about, I don't know if y'all know about Martin Delany. How many people even know about him? This is why he's not being taught in school. Oh, Martin Delany is not being taught in school. Grade school, whatever school, he's not being taught. You don't even hear him. They don't even talk about Martin Delany in Black History Month. So that's how the conversation started with my brother Teray. We're going back and forth. And he was telling me, which I read part of it, it was him that came up with Africa for Africans. It was Martin Delany, not Marcus Garvey. It was Martin Delany. And I'm sitting back and I'm going back and forth. I said, well, was y'all ever taught about Martin Delany? Raise your hand if you have in school. I didn't even hear about it in high school. Have any of y'all was taught, well, brother, you got to go to a particular school to learn about Martin Delany, you know? In a regular public school, every Black History Month, whatever, were you ever taught about Martin Delany? Anybody? So this is why y'all far behind, because y'all don't care. You want somebody to be yelling, screaming, white supremacy. The white man did it. They redlining us. They districting us. They turning the districts. That's what y'all worried about, the noise. But look up Martin Delany. Bear with me. And another thing my brother Teray was sharing with me today, he said there is no critical thinking in school anymore. There is no critical thinking in schools anymore. China has critical thinking. I didn't even know. I was like, China be having critical thinking classes? No critical thinking. Not at all. You Negroes just need to fall off somewhere, for real. You really needed to fall off. No critical thinking at all. No common sense, no critical thinking. And this is an embarrassment because y'all really don't want history. You don't. So I don't even know what just happened to my Facebook. I don't know what YouTube. What happened to YouTube? Yo, what's going on? Are we good on YouTube? Hold on, let's check real fast. These things is tripping on. YouTube is tripping. Y'all better get in where you fit in. I don't know what's happening. But as I'm on the phone going back and forth with my brother Teray, he's telling me about critical thinking and how Chinese in grade schools elementary schools, they're being taught critical thinking. Black children are not being taught critical thinking. Well, we need to leave it up to the parents. How about the school system? We always say leave it up to the parents, but it's up to the schools because your tax dollars pay these people. My bad. Your tax dollars go to Israel. Every time you pay taxes, it goes to Israel. That's exactly where your tax dollars go, to Israel. But your your tax dollars pay for the school system that you're getting dumbed down. So as we go in, my brother Trey and I going back and forth about this conversation. We're having this conversation about China. So what did China do? They got rid of everybody that was getting high off of opium. Yeah. So can I read something to y'all before we start? Because I'm going to help y'all out with the miseducation of the Negro and the education of the Negro, both of them. Do you know that it's a $350 fine if you taught a Negro to read? Did y'all know that history? Are they teaching this in the grade schools? That it was a fine if you taught a Negro to read, and that's why Martin Delany left. His family left the South. See, not these cats that be talking online, talking about, yeah, you shouldn't send your kids down south to these schools. How about y'all leave the South then? Leave. It's easy for you to say, Sabir, no, leave. You think it, listen, do you know they walked? Do y'all know that Martin Delany and their family walked from Virginia? And you got a car? So let me read this to you. Bear with me 1 second. Can't make this up. If you read this, in 1832, the Commonwealth enacted a law imposing a fine of $250 to $500 on a person who should attempt to educate any Negro whatsoever. Did y'all know about that? Are they teaching this in grade school? So what would that be? So they did it a little different nowadays. It's a little different, but it was $250 to $500 if anyone was to attempt to educate any Negro. Crazy, right? So I'm not going to stop. You can try everything you can. I'm not going to stop, babe. Where is it at? 250 to 500? Oh, we forget about everything, brother. This is the type of conversation that D.L. Hughley don't want to have. So it was $250 to $500 fine. It was any attempt to educate any Negro. Let's go to Martin Delany for a second. Give me 1 second. He will be foundational Black American, right? Okay, let's go here for 1 second. Here it is. This dude wasn't no joke, B. He was a lot of things, brother. So, because educating he said educating Black people. Look, educating Black people in Virginia was illegal. His mother moved his family to Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. They walked. And he was a child. At 19, they walked 160 miles. Looky here. You wouldn't even drive 160 miles. They walked 160 miles, bro. Why ain't this being taught in school? Why is this not being taught? Listen, you are crying because they gutting the Voters' Rights Act because it's an act. Why don't y'all just leave the South? Walk. Why don't y'all drive 160 miles away? Drive. They walked. Drive from the South and go up north. Y'all should be ashamed. This is wild, right? But he's not being taught in school. They don't teach this guy, right? He's a physician. He was a journalist. He was a lot of things, brother. Y'all don't know about. Y'all better read up who Martin Delany is, brother. I know. It's kind of weird, ain't it? Charleston, Virginia, and they walked to Pennsylvania. That is crazy. That is crazy, right? But we don't want to hear this because it doesn't make us feel good. And that's the problem with most black people. Y'all like to feel good. Can't miss on my red bottoms, brother Sabir. So let's move forward. When you study Martin Delany, you see what was happening. This is why China is never going to allow you colonizers to go actually educate their children. Get a good degree. You can get a scholarship. So let's move forward with Martin Delany. Let's find some more on him. Let's find out how this works. Here's Martin Delany again. Abolitionist, physician, writer. Look at this. This is all the stuff that he did. Born free to an enslaved father and a free mother. So let me explain this to y'all how this works. If y'all want to follow me. I told you before about DC. DC is a district. If your mother's a slave, then the child is a slave. I'm going to make this very, very plain for y'all, okay? I'm going to make this plain and see if some of y'all can catch it. If your mother's a slave, then the child is a slave. Let me show y'all how crazy this is right in front of your face because you don't really read. Sabir Bey will always say this. You don't know how to read. They will always ask you for whose name first, your mother's name, father's name. Where's everybody at? Y'all sleeping or y'all partying? Which one is it? Because nobody wants to jump in a cipher with me. Oh, let me go forward. Let's do a monologue. What the hell? Because y'all scared. So they would say, if the mother's a slave, the child is a slave. And they always ask you for your mother's maiden name, not your father's maiden name. Your mother's maiden name, not your father's. That's why they say mama's baby and daddy's maybe. So it was your mother's maiden name. So if the mother was a slave, then the child was a slave. Is it registering? This is Martin Delany. I'm going to go a little further into this so y'all can get this. Now, remember, they were in Virginia. They were in Virginia. Let's go to DC for a second. And everything that I'm presenting, you can go look it up for yourself and have that argument amongst your peoples. Here it is. Slave codes in the District of Columbia. Now, you can go Google this to debunk what I'm saying. Okay? All slave codes are made slavery in permanent condition inherited through who? The mother. Not the father. It's the mother. So if the mother's a slave, then the child is a slave. Now, if you want to go look this up, if y'all not afraid, you can look it up. Told you, pick your subject matter with me. We can go in. So if the mother's a slave, then the child is a slave. You see it? And define slaves as what? Property. See, this is the type of dialogue that D.L. Hughley and all of these beautiful brothers that y'all watch on social media duck. You can try to take bits and pieces from what I'm saying, but you don't want to talk. Okay? So they ask you the question, and we automatically say, what? Yes, I understand the charges. Yes, I understand that. You don't understand anything because you don't understand law. You really don't. So if you want to go research the black codes, please go research the black codes. Research them. And it'll tell you all slave codes are slavery in permanent conditions inherited in what? The mother, and define slaves as property. This is in the District of Columbia, people. Is it registering? This is the District of Columbia. So when they ask you for your mother's maiden name, they're checking to see if you're still a slave. So rather you physically not in chains, you mentally are enslaved. So let's go back to Martin Delany one more time. If it's not making sense, somebody come on the feed. And please don't try to copy what I'm saying because it's not going to work in your best interest. You got to do a lot of research on this. Okay? So let's go back to Martin Delany again. All right. So let's go back to Martin Delany and his family. Early life, born free to an enslaved father and a free mother. This is Martin Delany. All right. He was one of the first black men admitted to Harvard. Ooh, looky here. Civil War. Why are we not celebrating him? Memorial Day is coming up tomorrow, right? Memorial Day is tomorrow, right? Why are they not talking about Martin Delany? Hold up. Activism, widely considered the father of what? Black nationalism. Oh, y'all don't want this. Come on, y'all. Father of black nationalism? Come on. You don't want truth. Read up on it. This book is crazy, dude. As I'm reading through the whole book on Martin Delany, I'm like, wow. I told you. They said if you taught a Negro to read, it was a fine of $250 to $500. So let's go a little further, and I'm gonna play a video. All right. Let's go find out who was the first blacks. Remember, you ain't supposed to read. The first blacks, listen up. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to give you the source. Listen up. The first blacks were called blackamoors, niggars, and niggers. The word negro is a Spanish and a Portuguese term for black. So I can call you a ninja in English, and you'll be all right. So how many people read this book? Do y'all even know what book they come from? Come on, man. I got to run through this because ain't nobody on the feed want to talk. So what I'm going to do anybody know what book this from? This is why your children are being indoctrinated. None of your children are being educated at all. They all being indoctrinated. China would never allow that to happen. China would never allow it to happen. That's why you can't indoctrinate no child in China, they said. Not even in their grade schools. You only want to talk about this because you ain't got the heart. A bunch of parents that's scared. So, the first blacks were called blackamoors, Moors, niggars, and niggars. The word negro is a Spanish and Portuguese term for black. Now I'm going to give you the source. LaRon Bennett's book, History of Black America Before the Mayflower. Weird, ain't it? But I'm a black man, Sabir, because the black man is God, and I'm going to tell you he's God. The black man is not God. You're not God, homie. Because if you was God, did you know that you weren't black? So this is in LaRon Bennett's book, Before the Mayflower. There it is. So when I was reading this, it took me back. So I'm going back and forth. Martin Delany, the Green Book, the Negro term, all these things. So let me come off for some of the late people that's coming on the feed. Let's go back to Martin Delany one more time and see if y'all would actually drive 160 miles from down south. But you telling your children, don't put your kids down south. Don't do it. Don't put them down south in the college. So this is Martin Delany once again. Because educating black people was illegal in Virginia. His mother moved right here to Pennsylvania, y'all. He was 19. They walked. This is the part that kills me. Y'all won't even walk 2 miles. They walked 160 miles to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Good God, that's a heck of a hike, boy. I can't even fathom that part. But anyway, there you go. So I'm gonna ask this question again. Are your children being taught about Martin Delany in school? Come on, I see some parents on here, Jaquetta. Your children being taught about Martin Delany? Come on, parents. I'm gonna call you out if you come on this feed. If I see your name, I'm gonna definitely call you out. All right. So that's what happened. So let's go back again about Martin Delany. So remember what I told you. Now it's up to you, Jaquetta. You got to teach him. I know you're probably scared, but I know y'all want to fit in. I got it. But anyway, let's go here one more time. Martin Delany was born free to an enslaved father and a free mother. So if the mother is a slave, the child is a slave, but she was free. His father was a slave. You don't know anything about the black codes. Let's go back to the codes one more time. Are y'all follow me? Anybody's confused, that's all you got to do is hit the link, baby. Let's go back to the black codes of Virginia, of DC. All slave codes made slavery permanent condition, inherited through the mother, and define slaves as property. Suck it up. Ooh, you gotta love these people, man. You gotta love them. Merlin down here. Merlin, including slave laws, remain in force. Laws. Slavery and free blacks were then made by the District of Southern Standards. I know. Y'all worry about the wrong things, B. The printed slavery codes published on March 17, 1862. Wow. Okay. Let's find some slave stuff. Just give me 1 second. Let's see if we can find some more slave stuff. Wait a minute. I have receipts for all of you cats that get insurance, right? I have a whole list of insurance companies. If y'all really want to sit down and have this discussion, it's 34 pages of insurance companies, places that had slaves. These are the companies, these are states that had slaves. Look, the companies. California Department of Insurance, slave era insurance registry by name of slave holders. New York Life, look, corrections on December the 21st, 2005. Connected data presented in bold print. Bold. Let's find out who was involved in slavery. Oh, damn, I got to put that back up there. Give me 1 second, y'all. I know. Give me 1 minute. Let's find my document again. Even if you show black folks this, they're going to go right back to sleep. They don't care. You worried about the elections and voting. Let's pull it back up one more time. You ready? Let's give the insurance companies. Okay, Augusta, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, Columbus, all of it. Look, we got. Who else do we have on here? Charleston. These are all the insurance companies. Louisville, all of it. Look. Is anybody that's actually looking for reparations know about this document? Anybody that's seeking reparations know about this? It's 34 pages. I know there's too many pages for y'all to read, but Fayetteville, Fayette, New York, Petersburg, Jefferson. Let's see what else we got there. Who else is important? This is all insurance companies. And then it goes over here. I don't know if you can see this one. Let me see if I can pull this one up. To be employed cabin boy on board. This is weird, man. Look at it. It's a whole list, 34 pages of slavery. Well, brother, they stopping us from voting. How they going to stop you from voting? Your vote never counted anyway, for the record. But ask my brother DL Hughley to talk to me. Ask DL, let's have a conversation on this. Your vote never counted. Never counted. That's why they laughing at you. Hold on, let me see if I can find something. So tell DL, let's get on Sirius XM and let's talk about it. Tell DL, let's talk about this on Sirius XM. DL know how to give me a call. We had each other's numbers for years. For years, we had each other's numbers. He will not share this video. He will not touch this video. And the reason why they ain't going to touch this video, because your paycheck determines the amount of truth you're willing to tell. Your paycheck determines the amount of truth you're willing to tell. So, all right. So let's go back to slavery again. Just give me 1 second. And when you study constitutional law, you'll get all of this juice, B. References to slavery. The term slavery does not appear in the Constitution, but other references are made, such as 3/5 of other persons. Anybody want to debunk me yet? Come on. We're going to make it plain tonight, baby. We're going to make it very plain tonight. All right? So let's dissect this person part. Let's dissect the person part. Let's see if we can find person in here. Give me 1 minute. As all persons born or naturalized, let's go to person real fast. Person has been held to include foreign and domestic corporations, right? Then it goes on, it says, the term has been necessary for the purpose of asserting those to whom the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution affords protection. So when you read it, it says all persons born or naturalized is subject to the jurisdiction thereof. How you going to be arguing about voting when you don't even know the basic fundamentals? Let me give you an example. What's up? What you want to talk about? How we going to build? How? How we going to build? Let's go. Let's talk about it for a minute. When have you ever seen them pick up a constitution? When have they ever picked up the Declaration of Independence? When it says government are instituted amongst men, not little boys, not little girls, amongst men, and deriving their power from the consent of the governed. And that when any form of government become destructive to its ends, it is the right of the people to alter it, abolish it, and institute a new one. They're not talking about you. You're not part of we the people. You're not part of we the people. Any challenges yet? Anybody wants to try to challenge me? Feel free. I love the challenge. Challenge me. Go give me somebody that got a PhD in it. Give me somebody that's a constitutional lawyer. Go give me somebody. You will lose going head to head with me on any of these subjects. Believe me, you will definitely lose all the way around. I know this thing inside and out. and the Constitution don't say nothing about black people being citizens. And I see everybody with the red, white, and blue banner on here. Where's the black people at the citizens? What makes black people citizens? Come on, talk to me for a minute. Let's go. What makes a black person a citizen? What part in this Constitution, that makes a black man or a black woman or a black dog, whatever you want to call it, a citizen? If you want to, I'm telling you, you better do your research on Sabir before you try to go up against me. Okay? Please do your research. Persons here includes slaves. This is in constitutional law. That's not me writing that. That's constitutional law. And the 14th Amendment it did not make you citizens, blacks. This is how and why you've been actually taught by the colonizers. Okay, so let's move forward. Let's go a little further. Let's find in the 14th Amendment. Where you at? Oops. And these are all law books, B. This is not Sabir Bey's making up. This is law books. I pray that somebody trying to challenge me on facts. An alien is a person within the meaning of the due process clause of the 14th Amendment, just in case one of you black folks saying the 14th Amendment. And the Dred Scott case never overturned that. Let me explain this to y'all. Please stop listening to these dudes who never read the Dred Scott case. Please stop listening to these dudes. If you read the Dred Scott case, please bring it to me. You want me to go get my copy? Please stop talking about the Dred Scott case. It was never overturned. It just made you another property, another way of saying property. Now, if you would like for me to go get my book, I can go pull it out. So aliens are persons within the meaning of the due process clause of the 14th Amendment. It still didn't say you were a citizen. Malcolm X told you being born here don't make you one. Being born here does not make you one. I know. You're worried about the redistricting. We got to redistrict. This is actually another one. A black alien. Would you think this is Rod Hayes' conversation, black aliens in the sky? No, bro. You an alien. Learn and read, big. It was a $250 to $500 fine if you taught a Negro to read. Those are some of the law books. Bring me your heaviest of the heaviest hitters. Bring me the heaviest hitters, okay? This is the whole Dred Scott case. This is actually the lawyer's head notes. It never overturned it. The 14th Amendment never ever overturned it. So don't take sound bites. Tell them to invite Sabir to a platform and then we can talk. Okay? I told you before. Bring it. You can reach me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. sabirbayradio@gmail.com. If you want to try to debunk anything I'm saying, you can go get a professor at Harvard. You can go get a professor at Howard, Spelman, Morehouse, Yale, whatever, or your black Roland Martins or stuff like that, or your D.L. Hughley. Send it to them too. Let's talk. Because they don't show you nothing. I'm very well equipped on so many levels. Okay? So it's up to y'all. Y'all are the ones. So let's go a little further. This is in my city, Philadelphia. This was actually George Washington's house right here. That's my city. So this is where they said George Washington had the slaves at, in his house. We still got slaves in houses. Hold up. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's go. Let's pull out somebody. Do anybody know who this man is? He was a slave too. They don't talk about him either. Let's pull up another slave. Okay? Pull up another one. How many people know who he is? Anybody? You know who that is? This is in the Philadelphia Art Museum. This is in Philly, in my city. Oh my goodness. Now, you know what's going to happen. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow, when I'm talking about something totally different, somebody's going to come on the feed and ask me about something I'm speaking about today. Weird, ain't it? So, look him up. And if you research this man, right, you know how they used to, the so-called white man was coming to borrow money from off of him. So-called white men was coming to buy money. His house sits on Georgetown University. I was there. If you look him up, his house sits on Georgetown University's property. But this is in Philadelphia. This is his masjid, named after him. This is the masjid on the campus of Georgetown in honor of him, in honor of this man. That's wild, ain't it? So we got all these smart, educated people and Roland Martin and all these people down in D.C. Why they never brought that man up? Why they never brought him up? Y'all should ask Roland Martin those questions. Why they never brought him up? I keep trying to tell y'all. They got you thinking it's just the white man that's doing it. No, brother. It's our own people that's doing it too. It's our people. You wish they would give you this information like this. So bear with me. This is why they got you so petrified of everything. Let's go back. I'm going to show you him again. So it was a lot of Muslim slaves. A lot of Muslim slaves. Leave it up to these black conscious people. They would never tell you they were Muslims. They were Muslims, brother. This is him. You can look him up on, it's a whole YouTube on him. Look him up. Oil painting canvas in Philadelphia Museum. Look like S.M.E. Bey. Here's another one. Suleiman. But they'll tell you Muslims enslaved Africans, right? And I had a conversation with my brother, Teray, about the whole Arab thing. Arab is just a person that speaks Arabic, people. Okay, so stop with the BS. So I go at it anytime Umar Johnson will want to go toe to toe. Somebody go get Umar Johnson. I'll go toe to toe with any of you pro-black cats on who the Arabs are. Any of you pro-black backs. That's all you got to do is present your facts, and then we can go there. Because I had a conversation with my brother Teray, and I'm going to explain this to y'all and do your research. He was on the phone talking about the Middle East. I'm going to give y'all the history of the Middle East, and it's called MENA. MENA is Middle East, North Africa. I stayed in North Africa multiple times, from Tunis to Morocco, not for 2 to 3 days. So MENA means Middle East, North Africa. Middle East, North Africa. Now, the key to this is to find out who named it that. It was a sailor from the United States, a European man. Go do your research on MENA. Go look at and find out who called it the Middle East. Middle of what? What's the middle of? He said, well, they accepted it. Yeah, just like most people that's police officers, city council members, teachers, you accepted the lie. I don't get it. You accepted the lie to be comfortable. Because if you're a teacher, like Carter G. Woodson said, we need teachers in school that's willing to teach the truth. That's what Carter G. Woodson said. He said we need teachers in school that is willing to teach the truth. So most of these Negroes are comfortable, so they're not going to shake anything or upset nothing. So don't come and tell me, well, they accepted it. You accepted the education. You accepted the job and didn't want to say nothing. Oh, speaking of the job, we're going to go there, okay? Is everybody good? So look up who came up with that concept, the Middle East. MENA is, they call it MENA, Middle East, North Africa on the lines of that. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull some more up. Give me one more. Give me 1 second. Let's go to slavery. If I'm wrong, somebody please come check me. But you better fact check everything first before you try me. The Arabs of Al-Andalus. There were also Arabs in the Andalus in the southern part of Spain. The Arabs of Al-Andalus was the first to be enslaved and taken to America after the defeat in 1492. Why are you not being told about what happened before 1492? You only been taught about 1619 project. Ask that sister Nicole Hannah Smith, whatever her name is. Let's talk about it. What was we called before 1500s? Because it wasn't black. What were black people called before the 1500s? Yeah, I kind of like this. I can do this show all by myself with nobody on. Ain't that cool? I like this. So the question should be, what were you called before the 1500s? And I can guarantee you this, it was not black. And if you like this content, people, please share it out. So let's see what else we can find. So Spain was Andalus. You see that? Andalus. That's in Seville. That's Seville, Spain. So the ones that they captured, that was you. That's you. Before 1492. Let's go a little further. Let's find some more facts on facts. Known Arab tribes in the area called Africa. The Black Americans are also descended from the known Arab tribes in the area called Africa, south of the Sahara. Oh my goodness. Kunta, as in Kunta Kinte, Kunta, Arab tribes found in Sahara. Well, it was mixing with these white Arabs. There's no such thing as white Arabs. There is no such thing as white Arabs. I'm going to say it again. There are no such thing as white Arabs. And if anybody want to try to correct me, please come on the feed. I'm fine. You can definitely try to correct me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? So I could pull a book out if you want me to show you. Take a picture lasts longer, but do your own due diligence. Okay? Nigeria, Cameroon. So let's go back again. So the brother that was a slave, Yarrow, he was a Fulani. Let's go back to him again. Do your research on him. There you go, right there. The Fulani Muslim slave, Yarrow, was 16 at the time. He was enslaved. He was Fulani. Any debunks yet? Any debunks? Let's go back. Let's show you who he is. Wow, ain't it? So when you do real research, not this Google stuff that these cats be on, but when you do the real research, it's amazing, brother. When you start putting this all together, it starts makes a lot of sense. Okay, start making a lot of sense. So there he go again in Philadelphia. I would love to do a tour in Philadelphia. If anybody wants to sponsor me to do a tour in Philadelphia, I'm game. I'll do a whole tour. I go back to Philadelphia. I'll take you to the Philadelphia Art Museum, which I did before, but now I got to do another one because my other video was down. I would do this again. I was at Harvard. I went to Harvard, and if you Google me, you'll actually see Sabir at Georgetown. Let me see if it come up. If it pops up, let's see what pops up over here. Oh yeah, a whole lot of stuff pop up. Hold on, let me show you something. Hold up, give me 1 second. Give me 1 minute. Punch in Sabir in Georgetown. Look at that. Georgetown. Any images on this thing? Wow, it's a lot of images. George. Cedric the Entertainer. But yeah, look it up. You'll see me walking through Georgetown. Okay? So I'm almost finished, y'all. Just bear with me. I'm almost done. So those same people that you keep talking about is Arabs. They're you. They're you. So again, send it to Umar Johnson. Hurry up. Let me give a shout out to my brother. Oh, let's do this first. I gotta do this one first. Look at this. This is in Oklahoma. I was at Black Wall Street. Look what's on my neck. This is down in Black Wall Street. You know I had to be bold. I had military people running out. It was in a coffee shop, and they was running out the coffee shop like I had 3 heads. You see the swastika on my neck? Black Wall Street. Oh, I had that. I had a minister shut the door real fast when I was walking through the streets. See, y'all down south, y'all soft, man. Okay? Sa has been attacking Moors like crazy on his channel. Well, this is what you can send. You can send this over to Sanetta. Sanetta, I just texted to him. I texted to Sanetta. Sanetta is never going to come on my feed, big. He's never going to invite me on the feed. So stop cheerleading him. And what you can do is send this video to him. Okay? Please send it to Sanetta. I dare him on any given day. He could be on my worst days, and I guarantee you it ain't going to work out good for Sanetta. Okay? I know Sanetta's not ready, brother. None of them cats on that channel is ready. Truly, they're not ready. So let's move forward. And anytime Sonetta's ready, believe me, I'm game. So let me show you what else they scare black folks with. You see what's on my neck? So this is actually in Cordoba, Spain. This is before Adolf Hitler. This is my brother Medib. He's from Tunis, Tunisia. We the same complexion, huh? He's North African. He's North African, right? So this is the mosquita in Cordoba, Spain. But can you see it in the window? You see the swastika in the window? Yeah. Ain't got nothing to do with Hitler, homie. They scared you black folks with your stuff. With your stuff. With no facts. Let me show you another view of me in Cordoba, Spain. That's called the mosquita in Cordoba, Spain. Again, you see it? Now, this is a different part of it. The swastika is right there. It's called a telsum. Oh, y'all don't want this, bro. Sonetta don't teach this over here. Sonetta, I'm scared of this type of conversation. Sonetta works on every last one of y'all weaknesses, brother, because y'all weak as I don't know what. Woo! Okay, can I give you some more? Let's give some more. Sonetta's over here attacking the Moors. He is a Moor. Sonetta's a Moor. So, this is in Seville. This is in Seville. What's up? You know nothing about this. So before Ye started wearing that, I brought it back. So there is a book I did on it, though. If you would like to purchase the book, you can. I did a book on it. This is the book I did on it. Oh, it's a whole story behind it. Give me 1 second. This is the book. And if you would like to purchase the book, you can email me. Or I keep walking y'all through the history to show y'all it's all you. That's the book I did on it. If you would like to purchase the book, you can definitely email me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. I could do a whole lecture on this. A whole lecture. That's me. Let me show you what when I was with KRS-One. Bear with me. You don't get it yet? So everything that European is doing, he got it from your ancestor. You just don't know because you ain't been educated on it. That's KRS-One right there. In me. That was at a Black History event out here in LA 2 years ago. A year ago? Probably a year or two ago. KRS-One didn't even know that was me. I'm me for that. Woo! They done took everything from you black folks, brother. But bear with me. We're gonna have some fun, all right? Where we at? Looking at the time. So bear with me. If you ever read J.A. Rogers' book, 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro, you'll see it in the book. This is my book, my Spanish book, right, from Spain. This is 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro. When it talks about today, these Spanish Negroes are quite bleached for mixing with their white neighbors. Oh, not a good. What makes you think it's a hat? You don't even know what it is. You should buy that. You should literally buy it, buy the book and learn about what it is. That's the problem. You know, this is a hat. I don't know if you know the difference between a hat and a kepara. Like you can tell y'all lost, boy. You should buy the book and read it. You should really buy the book and read it. I need you to learn something, okay? It's okay. Learn something. All right. It told you back in the day they would charge you $250 if you taught a Negro to read. But I want you to go buy the book. I don't care what's good for black people. Celebrating Memorial Day is not good for black people. Watching football games is not good for black people. Watching basketball is not good for black people. Your kids is inside their school system. That's not good for black kids either. See, the crazy part is, if I'm wrong, you can try to expose me. But let me go a little further with this, because you really don't know history. Let me tell you about even burning a cross. The cross burning come from us too, Ethiopia. Please look it up. Oh, damn. Look it up. Who cares about them banning? And listen, family, I don't even know who you are. I'm going to put you on timeout. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. I'm already banned on one of my channels. You can ban me, get rid of me. I've been doing this before YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I could care less about being banned. You can't ban this. This is the difference between me and you. You a little coward and you're scary. I'm a man. The difference. Who cares if you ban me? I can be in the airport and have a conversation. I could be wherever. So you the one get scared because they banning something. I don't get paid from Super Chat. I can care less about how you feel. The truth is the truth. And that's what Carter G. Woodson said. So if you don't like it, please stop typing or come on the feed with me, okay? Please stop typing or come on the feed or get off the feed. Because next time you type, I'm going to put you on timeout first. And then I'm going to get rid of you. Period. Okay? Listen to me closely. You only get one shot. Don't type, come on the feed, or leave the feed. And I'll put you on a quick timeout. Let's put the link up here one more time. So we ain't got time for little girls. You one of those cats that run around here, probably a girl run you if you got a girl. But let's put the link up here one more time. Click the link. So let's move forward. If you don't know the history. So we were the first ones to burn the cross. It comes out of Ethiopia. It's called the Miska. And they took the cross and they took the garb and they scared you with everything that is already yours. I know we're not dealing with men out here. A lot of you cats are truly not men. Look up the Miska. Please look up the Miska. So they burnt the cross. It's called looking for the true cross if you celebrate, if you know anything about history of Ethiopia. Oh. Look it up. It's nothing. The swastika. None of this stuff is theirs. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. Okay, family. I thank you very much. Report this. Okay? Do me a favor. I thank you for reporting me, family. I appreciate you. Report them. I guarantee I'm going to still be here. Thank you for reporting me. See how you can get under somebody's skin? Thank you. Now, please don't email me. I knew who you were. You know how you can draw somebody out? That's my stalker, y'all. I'm gonna report your channel. God, oh Lord, he's gonna report my channel. Oh Lord, report it. The same way you make channels, I can make a channel, but they're not going to do that. But I thank you so much. But now I'm going to get rid of you. And please, brother, do not email me because you love to email me. Peace, family. Thank you. You ain't got to tell somebody you're going to report them. You sound like a snitch anyway. I'm going to report you. You ain't got to tell me you report me. Just report it. It's that simple. Peace. You think that bothers me? No, it don't. See you later. The fuck? Y'all got these are sensitive dudes, man. Hey, brother, we don't even care if they go and tell. I want them to go and tell. Crazy part is go and tell. Who care about no go and tell? I want them to go and tell. You think he's dealing with an amateur, my G, like somebody who cares? I study everything about these people. So the only can go to the people that is weak, homie. I've been doing this too long. Go and tell. Because I could care less about a co and tell. Go and tell. And I guarantee you, you may be dead and going, and I'm going to still be going. But that jealousy gets you hurt, boy. It'll make you look old, too. So, let me give a shout out to my brother Hawthorne James, Big Red from Fire Heartbeats. Y'all didn't know I did a movie, too? Let me do this real quick. I love this brother right here. I did a movie called Abandon Act. I'm the producer of this particular movie. It's called Abandon Act. Y'all know my brother right here from Fire Heartbeats, Big Red. He mad, boy. His girlfriend probably watched my videos. He getting pissed off at. I hate that Negro Sabir. Like Todd said, instead of saying, let me help, you trying to condemn. It don't bother me, brother. I told you I got stamina and energy. I could do this all night, all day, and keep going, big. All day and all night. I'm going to make you create 1,000 pages playing with me and make your hair turn gray playing with me. Your hair would definitely turn gray playing with Sabir. So that's a movie I did called Abandon Act. And if you would like to go look it up, you can go find it online. Let me help y'all out. You can actually hit me up and go Google Sabir Bey IMDb. Okay? Go hit that IMDb and you'll find it. Sabir Bey known. Abandon Act 2018, Out of Darkness 2015, Out of Darkness. Abandon Act, producer, actor, producer. You see that? See how that works, y'all? That's what they get upset about. Because I didn't compromise nothing I'd been doing, B. So I never compromised nothing I have ever done. Okay? So, again, stop it. You're going to hurt yourself. Okay? You're going to hurt yourself, B. Trying to play with me. You can't match my energy, homie. Can't match that energy. It's too much for you. Okay? It's not going to work. Peace, family. It's not going to work. And what I did in this movie was dope. We shot this in 2018. Y'all still wouldn't know about it because I didn't put it out yet. And again, I am the producer of it. And actually, I co-wrote a lot of it. But I got the producer's credit, if that makes sense. I took the producer's credit instead of the writer's credit. Okay? So let's move forward. Let's get into the green book before we go. And if you love this show, people, please do me a favor. Support right here. Okay? Let's go a little further. Let's get into the green book for a minute. Let's find the green book. Told you it's a whole lot to me. I'm the alchemist, baby.
for the maps?
Yes. No. I mean, the record companies gave me the maps and the itinerary. And this.
The Negro Motorist Green Book.
Yeah, it lists all the places colored can stay down south. Like it, traveling while black.
That's Viggo Mortensen and Linda Cardellini in the Golden Globe-winning movie Green Book. The movie's title is a reference to the real Green Book, a traveler's guide back in a hostile time, which some people still remember all too well. Our cover story is reported by Martha Teichner.
The fabulous Miss Mary Wilson.
Watching Mary Wilson, feeling the love at New York's glamorous Cafe Carlyle. It's hard to imagine what she felt at the age of 19.
But my heart can't take it no more.
A newly minted Supreme, just out of high school, on her first ever road tour with a regular who's who of Motown stars. Stevie Wonder,
I really, really love
Mary Wells, The Temptations, and others. 45 performers traveling by bus, confronted by hate in the still segregated South.
Most people using ChatGPT and Claude are leaving 80% of the value on the table. Here's how the top 1% of the users actually prompt. First, go into your Claude settings and add this custom instruction. Always critique your own answer after giving it. LLMs are notorious for telling you what you want to hear. This one change means you always get the full picture. Second, stop typing your prompts. Use WhisperFlow to dictate them instead. In 20 seconds of talking, you'll give more detail, more context, and more nuance than you'd ever type out. Better input, way better output. Reid Hoffman, Mark Andreessen, some of the most prolific thinkers in tech, swear by this. Third, end any prompt with, before you answer, ask me any clarifying questions that you need. With this instruction, ChatGPT will ask questions to get you the best possible output. When you speak your answers back with WhisperFlow, the response you get after that is on a completely different level. You could use ChatGPT or Claude's built-in voice, but Flow is way faster, more accurate, and works everywhere you speak. Upgrade your prompting today and check out WhisperFlow free.
My name is Jay Prang, 55 years old, from Atlanta, Georgia. I think as you get older, you do tend to have trouble with sleep, you have trouble with energy. There's nothing more impactful and personal than data about your health. I've been restored. There's no price you can put on your health. Everything in your life is connected to your health. When you're able to actually prevent and be proactive, it's a good investment.
Hold up.
We were getting off the bus and there were gunshots.
And they were shooting at the bus.
Oh yeah, we had several holes in the bus. You know, your parents had told you, be careful, da, 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 da. You knew about the segregation. But I mean, the gunshot sort of brought it right into your face and saying, you could be killed.
Strange fruit hanging.
Look at they use the cross.
It was this chilling fact of life, the racism that in 1936 inspired the Negro Motorist Green Book. Victor Green, a postal worker who lived in Harlem, began publishing a guide to businesses that welcomed African-American travelers.
You need to be careful on the road. Old Jim Crow won't let people like us stop just anywhere.
In each year's edition, a warning. Carry your Green Book with you. You may need it.
It just makes me wonder and make me think about today.
At the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C., visitors can experience the not-so-long-gone era of the Green Book.
I remember as a little child going down south from Detroit, and my parents had to be strategic as to where they stopped.
It was after the Depression, before the war, the auto culture was really burgeoning. There were more jobs for Black people.
Candace Taylor is a cultural historian whose book about the Green Book will be published this fall.
By the 40s, the second wave of the Great Migration was underway. And so you had 1.5 million Black people leaving the South during that time.
at risk if they owned nice cars.
His dad worked for the railroad, had a good job, and his mother was sitting in the front seat.
Taylor tells the story of her own stepfather's family being stopped and relying on this tried and true subterfuge for avoiding trouble.
So the sheriff comes to the door and says, who's this car? Where are you going? Who are these people with you? And his father says, this is my employer's car. He looked to his wife and he said, and she's the maid. And this is her son.
Damn.
And then the next question was, where's your hat? Meaning the chauffeur's hat. And he said, it's hanging right in the back, officer.
Essentials for driving in and out of the Jim Crow South, that chauffeur's hat and the Green Book.
The Green Book was like a Bible. You did not leave home without it. I think this was taken in Louisville.
Alice Clay Broadwater relied on it. She was a teacher then, traveling with her lawyer husband and small children between Boston and the South.
Black travelers in those days, in the 50s, had to carry the Green Book if they needed to stay overnight someplace, or if they wanted to know where they could eat.
Unless, of course, there were no Green Book listings en route.
It was not only frightening, it was very unsafe. If you're stopping on the side of the road, you can't really sleep.
So you'd pull off the road to take a nap?
Yes.
Or to sleep?
Yes.
Because there was no place else?
Absolutely.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
Route 66 was a huge hit for Nat King Cole. But here's the irony. For Black travelers looking for places to stay along its more than 2,400 miles, good luck. Green Book sites were scarce. So-called sundown towns were plentiful.
You'd see a sign on the way in.
What would it say?
N-word. Don't let the sun set on you here. You could have a Green Book, but you could still find yourself in a sundown town at the wrong time. And sometimes you'd be escorted out of town by law enforcement.
This is not even
Sometimes
wrong,
you'd be
though.
harassed or chased or worse.
Often a safe place to stay.
This was one of the rooms?
Yes, this is it.
Was a room in someone's house. Since 2014, this historical marker has stood outside a Green Book listed tourist home in Columbia, South Carolina.
You've got all kinds of pictures here.
Run by Reggie Scott's mother and aunt.
So that's you,
That's me, yeah.
89 now, Scott grew up in the Harriet M. Cornwell tourist home and became a musician because of the players who stayed here.
Cab Calloway was my greatest excitement. He came in, I was
And
tripped.
he was here in
He
this
was here.
house?
Yes, Cab was here.
Wow.
If
If there's one common denominator we found doing this story, it is the musicians. The unbelievably famous names who were also victims of segregation.
Duke Ellington and Billie Holiday stayed here. A lot of times they were performing downtown where they were welcome to perform but not welcome to stay.
The Rossonian Hotel and Lounge in Denver.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna go there.
Do you need a loan for your business? Well, if you've been around for over a year, I'm about to show you how to get up to $3 million in funding. Sounds too good to be true? Then come.
Now undergoing renovation, was one of more than 80 businesses in the area listed in the Green Book.
These places carry a spirit with them, which is why it's so important that they're still here. I was scouting about 30 sites a day.
Candace Taylor put 23,000 miles on her car during just one of her trips around the country, documenting more than 9,600 of the sites.
If I had to guess, I'd say about at least 85% were Black owned. But there were sites like Charlie's Sandwich Shop in Boston that was in Southie that was owned by a white man.
Charlie Poulos, a Greek immigrant, opened the restaurant in 1927, and with his partner, Christy Mangiarides, served all races, possibly the first restaurant in Boston to do so.
Was there a backlash?
There was, yeah. There was some pushback.
Damian Marcianti bought Charlie's in 2017.
The original owners did not care. They just were welcome to everybody. If you didn't like it, you didn't come in.
It didn't hurt that the Black Pullman Porters Union had its headquarters upstairs. The railroad workers spread the word about Charlie's even before it began listing in the Green Book in 1947.
People serve it, huh?
And of course, the jazz greats read their Green Books and came to Charlie's.
Duke Ellington, Cab Calloway, Sammy Davis Jr. He used to tap dance out in front of the diner.
As times changed, so did the Green Book. For sale by subscription and at Esso gas stations, in its heyday, it sold 2 million copies a year. But in the 1948 edition, Victor Green wrote, "There will be a day sometime in the near future when this guide will not have to be published. This is when we as a race will have equal opportunities and privileges in the United States."
And then that day comes, and he never lives to see it because he dies in 1960.
In 1964, the Civil Rights Act was passed, mandating the end of segregation. Publication of the Green Book ceased in 1967. It was largely forgotten. Its true legacy underestimated.
Walk with me.
It's so important that we look at the Green Book not just as a historic travel guide, not as just something that we needed in the past.
Walk with me.
But what the Green Book teaches us is about the resilience and the courage of what Black people were able to do and accomplish in spite of the circumstances and everything that happened.
Come on and walk with me, Lord. Come on and take a walk with me.
Man, listen. Y'all have no idea, boy. Y'all couldn't survive that back then, brother. Trust me, you wouldn't be able to survive that. Y'all don't even want to survive dealing with the real history right now. I paid $8 for this book. $8 for this book. Again, y'all don't want truth. You ready to go celebrate and burn some hot dogs tomorrow, some hamburgers tomorrow, and say Happy Memorial Day. So let me go back real quick. The first blacks were called blackamoors, negars, and nigars. The word negro in Spanish is Portuguese term for black. So you still a Moor without a shadow of a doubt. You still are that Moor. You just been knocked in your head and knocked unconscious. You have been. So everything that this European is doing, he got it from your ancestors. The burning of the cross come from you. The wearing the garb on your head comes from you. All of this. And one thing my brother Teray said to me today, I showed him this book, and I have this book too. He said, books is worth whatever they are. This is Langston Hughes' book. I have this book. The first book of Negro. The first book of Negroes. $1,000. I have that one also. So my thing is, bro, stop spending your money on stupid stuff and get off of TikTok and do some research, people. Get off TikTok and do some research, because you ain't getting nothing on TikTok but ignorance all day. Give me 1 second. I got one more video I want to show to y'all. And again, you got time to try to challenge me if you want to. We were filming in Spain, people. So let me help you out. We were filming over in Spain.
It's gonna be crazy. This is gonna be, I bet you, the M&D. Hey, Purse. Hey, Chris, I bet this is gonna be the dopest documentary watch when people see this shit. I tell you. Hey, kid, you got to get Medee. You got to get him on the history as far as what he's going to explain to you, man. Just sit down, man. It's going to be dope as hell. We out here in Seville, man. First time this is happening in Seville, Spain. The Moors are coming back, baby. We're coming back. We taking it back. What up?
Battery 50%. iPad 107.
I guess it's not meant for y'all to see this one, but it is up there. Go to
The tour guide.
building.
So that's who I was talking to in the store. So she said, "Oh, no." Somebody in the crowd asked, "Why? What about the Moors?" That's what they asked her. What about the Moors? Right? She said, "Oh, they were Arabs." That's what she said. And I said, "No, Arab just means Arab." A person that speaks Arabic, right? So that's what she said. And then we started talking about the Moor. I said, "I am a Moor." She said, "Shh, don't say that." That's just how she did it. That's just how she did it. She said, "Oh, don't say that." I said, "I'm a Moor." I told her I'm a Moor.
Whatever Moore did, it was that, and Taratana make it.
Okay.
It's that. We did that. But everybody knows that, because it's still here. Like you say, when you see the architecture, that's us. That's Moore's architecture. It's not.
This is new.
I've been on it long.
So they was just building this right here
Sabir
under
Bey
construction.
Sabir Bey before 1492 YouTube.
Right here,
before
and before these
1490
buildings was
Sabir
here.
Bey before 1492.
They had the parade that was going on. This is the historical piece right here where we used to have the cobblestones. So this is not the Ku Klux Klan. This was your ancestors, the Moors. So we here, and this is what happens, man.
Brotherhood of
The Brotherhood of the Negritos. So the Ku Klux Klan basically stole this information from us.
This man, too much is pulling too much. It's freezing up. So it is what it is, man. I'm going to end so much for joining me and email me and reach out. Thank y'all so much. That's for my boom. Holla at your boy. Let me see. Holla at your boy. All right. Give me 1 minute. Peace. Gotta go.
Yo, true master with the blast master. Come on, street pastors, yeah, we beat blasters. So we faster cause we think faster. Flashing the cash and the ass don't matter. We got special vision, and all you youngins looking to get ahead in life, you better listen. T-E-A-C-H-A, the teacher, giving you what you need today. What you need today, what you need to know is that there's more to life, man, than chasing hoes. Y'all know they not in love with you. Just follow life's outcome willingly. That's F-L-O-W. Am I coming through? Can you see us? This style is the freest, but don't try to be us. Try to be you, then you can be us. And in my older age, you can then lead us. Come on. Ashes be ashes and dust be dust. Come on. I be hip-hopping and that we trust. We cuss, but still the world needs us. I can hear the whole world yelling, free us! But they can't see us, cause there were no J's in Hebrew. Jesus is pronounced as he's us. He's us. And it's that awakening that will free us.
Yes, it's a must we discuss.
He's us.
Yeah, and his love is based on trust.
He's
Man,
us.
when you're low and need a little pick me up, say
He's us.
Feel a brush and adjust.
Yo,
true master with the blast master. A boom basher, yup, we sound clashes. Beat capture, true hip hop rapture. Splash in the smash that will blast from hereafter. New growth is upspringing, a beacon shining. For those who had difficulty seeing, it is true. He is us and you. Understand that, realize what you got to do. What you got to do, what you got to see is that he is you, and you are me. Unity amongst individuality. Just take a look and behold the beautiful geometry. Some say prophecy, but regardless, who rocks the hardest, who goes the farthest? Still, even if you could go the most far, keep in mind everyone is still a shining star. Makes no difference who you are. The spark of life and you be a law. By far, excellence beyond par, and vibrating way above the radar, brighter than the quasar. Forever and always, he's us, and indeed is due all praise. Yeah, he's us, and indeed is due all praise.
He's us.
Yes, it's a must we discuss.
He's us.
And his love is based on trust.
He's us.
When you're low and need a little pick me up, say
He's us.
Feel a rush and adjust.
Peace. Gotta go. It was real. Carter G all day.